The city of Bengaluru, which has been lingering without a civic body for the last 4 years, is now likely to get a 3-tier governance. From no civic body to a 3-tier governance. That sounds interesting. This bill proposes a 3-tier structure of governance for Bengaluru, which would be the second such experiment to reboot urban governance in the country. But is this move by the state government too little too late, and does it make sense at all? Well, stay with me through the story as I unpack the facts and talk to experts to get their insights on this matter. Now, the Congress feels that the BBMP was not a scientifically structured organization and had to be restructured to address concerns over civic administration in various parts of the city. Following this, the Brand Bengaluru Committee submitted its draft of the Greater Bengaluru Governance Bill 2024 to Deputy Chief Minister and Bengaluru Development Minister D.K. Shivakumar on Monday, 8 July. What is this bill? According to the draft, for the first time, all government-controlled civic bodies will be able to come together on one platform, after which the BBMP will cease to exist. This apex body of all the civic bodies will then be called the Greater Bengaluru Authority, the GBA. The GBA will be headed by the Chief Minister and co-chaired by the Bengaluru Development Minister, which is the portfolio held by D.K. Shivakumar. 4 ministers, all city MLAs and chiefs of all civic bodies like the BDA, the BWSSB, BESCOM, BMRCL, BMTC, etc. will come under the GBA's umbrella. So then what happens to the BBMP and BDA then? Once the bill is passed in the Legislative Assembly and the Council, Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagra Palike or the BBMP will cease to exist. Meanwhile, the Bangalore Development Authority or the BDA will lose its power to approve land use and development plans, as it will be made into a separate entity to undertake big infrastructure projects. These projects include arterial roads, sub-arterial roads, stormwater drains, etc., which cut across different corporations. So when is the bill expected to become an act? The bill is expected to be tabled in the upcoming monsoon session, which starts on July 15th. The bill allows for multiple corporations from 1 to 10 and makes provision for up to 400 watts. However, the draft bill doesn't specify the number of corporations, even as the BBMP Restructuring Committee report submitted in 2015 recommended for 5 corporations. Experts who spoke to India Today's SoSouth raised concerns with regard to the Greater Bengaluru Governance Bill 2024.
My personal opinion is that the reform is good, progressive laws are great, but hold the elections first. Hold the elections, let the city breathe, let the governance happen. In the meanwhile, you bring in your new progressive legislation. And if the new legislation comes in, anyway, BBMP will cease to exist at that point of time. What have we got to lose? We've already lost 4 years of time. The way this new bill is going to go, you cannot, you can expect legal challenge, right? Somebody is likely to go to court on various matters, which will delay things. There is delimitation to 400 watts, which will take time. So, considering all of this, the practical thing that I appeal to the Honorable Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister is that please do hold elections for Bengaluru City. That will be a good development, and continue on this path of the new reform. Both can be done at the same time.
So, what the government should ideally do? First of all, it has a duty to hold elections to the existing municipal body. The BBMP has had no elections for the last 4 years. Let them first hold elections. That is the primary importance. Let our ward committees be formed. Let them be functional in whatever way. I'm not saying it's perfect, but when you don't even show your intent to implement existing laws, why are we even talking about new laws? Where's your capacity to even implement all those harebrained schemes you're planning? All those grand designs are great, but if you can't even implement what exists now, how do we trust you? How do we trust that you'll do anything useful in the future? So first and foremost, let them hold the elections. Then, whatever they want to do with structuring of BBMP, let them have a scheduled, at least a year or two, exercise in taking ideas from public, from experts, from planners, from legal experts, and from urban experts. Not only from Bengaluru. Let's have it. You can consult the entire world if you want to.
What else does the bill say? Previously, the Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagra Palike had 198 watts and it has now been increased to 225. The bill, if passed, will increase the number of wards in the city from the existing 225 to 400. The 225 wards were notified in September last year. To accommodate these 400 wards, GBA's jurisdiction will be expanded by about 250 square kilometer, covering parts of the Bengaluru's periphery. With that, the bill provides for a mayor and council with up to 12 members in each corporation, scrapping the standing committee system. The ward committees will have proportional representation, and every candidate who contests for a councillor's post and secure 10% votes will get one seat on the ward committee. The GBA will function without disturbing the autonomy of these agencies. The BDA, which is currently the planning authority, will continue to function, but after the bill is enacted, the GBA will become the apex planning authority for the city. The GBA will not govern corporations but take pan-city level decisions regarding issues like major roads, stormwater drains and other issues in case of multiple corporations. The GBA will also decide on the utilization of funds allocated by the state government across different corporations. The GBA will do the balancing act to maintain equity among the corporations.
Actually presents a bill, passes into an act. What does it say? It'll be a committee of all these different parastatals. They will meet once in a while and have tea. It has absolutely zero authority, has no funding authority, nothing. Who's going to listen to it? So this is what I'm saying. The government has a clinical malaise of presenting bad bills and presenting bad laws, which eventually change nothing. So it's just an announcement, end of the day.
This report was prepared by the 4-member panel, which includes Siddhaya, ex-BBMP Commissioner, Rajiv Gowda, who is a former Rajya Sabha member, and V. Ravichander, who is a former Bangalore Agenda Task Force member. So what will these corporations do? The corporations will have autonomy to collect property tax, which will be used without the interference of the GBA. However, the GBA will maintain equity through state government grants. But the GBA will distribute state and central funds based on the financial need of the corporations. For instance, if one corporation earns more revenue through property tax compared to another, then the GBA will address the shortfall of the latter by crediting more funds. This will maintain equity among the corporations. How has trifurcation impacted Delhi's corporations? Over the last decade, the backlog has increased several manifolds. The trifurcation has led to a financial crisis in the civic body in the national capital, leading to inordinate delay in payment of wages and pensions. While the main objective of trifurcation was to create compact municipalities in Delhi, it has ended up causing financial hardships and functional uncertainties. So, is the trifurcation of the civic body the right way to go? Will this decision to trifurcate governance ensure efficiency in municipal services in Bengaluru or result in an increase in corruption? Let us know your opinions in the comments below. That's it for now. For more such updates, keep watching our channel. This is Afreen Hussain and you are watching India Today SoSouth.